For today, we'll be presenting a movie review on the movie The Hunger Games. Next slide, please. I would like to first go through a brief outline of the contents that we'll be going over today. First, we'll be talking about what the movie is about. Next, we'll go over the strengths and weaknesses of the movie. After that, we'll be following with the elements in the movie versus what you have experienced in our daily life. And next, we'll be talking about how the movie affects your views towards the topic chosen. And finally, we'll be talking about whether we would recommend this movie to others.
So let's start about what is the movie about. The Hunger Games is a 2012 American science fiction film. It is about the nation of Panem that is divided into 13 districts that rule from the capital. After a failed revolt of the 13 districts, as a punishment, every year each district is forced to select 2 tributes, one boy and one girl, between ages of 12 and 18 to fight till the death in the Hunger Games, until there is only one survive. In the 74th Hunger Games, 16 years old Katniss Everdeen or Jennifer Lawrence of District 12 volunteered to take her younger sister's place along with her district male tribute, Peeta Mellark. Join the game which the life and the fate of her family are at stake. Katniss is then rushed into the capital, where she undergoes intense training before being thrust into the arena to fight to become the victor of the 74th Hunger Games.
Next, we would like to discuss about the strengths and weaknesses of the movie. Next slide, please. So this movie had many strengths, which made it an all-time crowd favorite. First, it had an interesting plot, which did justice to the original book version. Every single scene was driven with suspense and emotions, while portraying a strong message and theme on trying your best to survive and about sacrifice. Also, the actors and actresses stayed true to their role and portrayed their emotions well to the audience. Most importantly, the film portrayed strong themes and messages throughout the movie, covering a range of topics from trying your best to the meaning of sacrifice. And it also does a good job of encouraging the audience to reflect upon the world in social, political, and environmental aspects, and as a step further, make connections between dystopia in the movie and reality. The audience may find that it is strikingly similar to the current reality of opposition against some sort of form of government, and that the dystopia may not be too far off from reality after all. One weakness, however, of the movie may be that it may be inappropriate for some age groups, as it is quite violent in some scenes. Therefore, young viewers are advised to watch the movie under parental supervision. Next slide, please.
Okay, next is element in the movie versus what you have experienced in daily life. In our life, there is always a tough situation that we have to face and get through, such as when we have to decide on something that properly or take some opportunity that we can do now or never do it again. Like in the movie, Candy has to fight in the Hunger Game until her last breath that determine her life and her family member life. During the game, Katniss had an eye for detail that made her part many fatal scenes. She's always be careful of what's thing around her that can be dangerous to her life. And she also trained herself until she had an expertise to use an archer. She never stopped to develop herself. Compared to our life, we must be responsible in everything we did, see mistakes as an opportunity, and be expert in our field.
How does the movie affect your views toward the topic chosen? We have chosen performing at your base. So this movie affects my point of view a lot in how we can achieve our goals even though we can barely make it. Because of its storyline, the movie portrays a dystopian management in government by the totalitarian nation of Panem, divided into 12 districts and the capital, the central Panem, as As we know that in our life, changing management of government is a huge change and affect a lot of people. So it needs cooperation and dedication massively. In the end of the story, Katniss, a female protagonist, can make it after her friends' dedication for their next generation quality of life. And I think we can find the concept of performing at your best in this movie all the time because Katniss needs to struggle in her base and for sorry and in the Hunger Game she needs to struggle for her life for this first half of the story, and the other half is trying to save her friends from danger at the capital.
Let's move to the final section of this presentation. As we have discussed earlier about the strengths and weakness earlier, the themes of the movie such as political issues and sustaining power of love, surviving in the Hunger Games will give the audience various emotions from heart-touching to suspenseful. And watching Katniss survive in the Hunger Games, the audience is encouraged and hopeful. On the other hand, watching Capital rule over the Panem unfairly, the audience feels angry and hopeless. With this contradiction, this movie is charming. Moreover, the audience is entertained by impressive action scenes throughout the movie, like riding on a roller coaster. Also, there are a lot of meaningful messages hidden in this movie, and that makes the audience realize today's social issues involving discrimination, propaganda, inequality, and so on. As you can see, there are many reasons why this film is uh, the best film. And to answer the question, will you recommend the movie to others? The answer is yes, and we would definitely recommend to all of you, and we hope you like it. And that's all we have for today. Thank you for listening.